Hi YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is March 9th. We have a million games to get into today, and we're recording from our car like I told you yesterday. We're grinding out these videos. I don't want to miss a day. So here we go. We got March 9th. We got a million games to get into. Yesterday we went 5-3, and the losses that we had, Terror's year, over 4.5 assists, finished with 4 assists, very, very close. Cavs -4, win by 3, I believe, and then the only loss that was really off was DeAndre Ayton, under 10.5 boards. He finishes with like 6,484 boards. So we definitely got smashed there. And I mean, I'm going to get so distracted here as I record in my car. There's so many people walking by on the street. But it is what it is. We're going to get it out. I think this guy's rapping and we just made eye contact. But it's all good. We don't have to worry about that. But we got the ride of the day to get into today. Guys, before we get into that, I want to let you know about the Discord. It's going to be a link in the description, but also a link in the pinned comment. Guys, the Discord is popping off. I love it. Thank you to everyone that is joining that. It's a place that we can all just talk basketball, injury updates, everything like that, advice. It's just a good time. So make sure to join that Discord. And we also are going to start doing Discord shout-outs as well. But let's jump into the ride of the day here. Ride of the day goes to Gorilla Trap Music, who is on an absolute heater. I don't know if we can see it there. I wish I could pop it up on the screen, but clap, round of applause, soundboard, yeah. Ride of the day, CJ McCollum over 2.5 threes, cashes, big time easy cash, big time ride of the day there. That's another one for Gorilla. Gorilla is on fire right now. I will be looking in the comments for Gorilla's ride of the day today as well. And then if we get into the hashtag of the day shout out, guys, hashtag of the day yesterday was hashtag winning. We'll give you a new hashtag at the end of the video, so make sure to tune in and stay tuned till the end of the video. But yesterday's hashtag was winning, and Felipe, who I believe when we first started these videos, Felipe also got a shout out there. But shout out to Felipe there. Nets money line, Warriors versus Clippers under, and then Suns -2.5, which just cashed. So shout out there, guys. If you don't know what the hashtag of the day is, stay tuned at the end of the video. I give you a new hashtag, and then all you got to use is that hashtag, and you give me your rundown of plays. And if you have a winning night, a positive night, you guys know it, a positive night, you guys get a shout out in tomorrow's video. But let's jump into these games. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, all that good stuff. Like the video, use hashtag ride of the day if you guys want a chance to be featured in tomorrow's video. You might want to jump on board. Hashtag ride of the day is all you have to do in the comments, and you give me a player prop that I might be jumping in with. But let's go. We have the Hornets 7.5 point underdogs against the Celtics here. My Boston Celtics repping the Teddy Celtic tie-dye hoodie here. The Celtics team, as we know, is playing real good basketball. 8-2 in their last 10 games here, and against the spread they're 5-4-1. And the thing is, they've cashed overs too. I know we've been ice cold with totals here, but the Celtics team, even though they're playing really good defense and playing really good just basketball overall, they have 7 of their last 8 games have gone over. So I am looking at that, but I can't bet against the Celtics. And this Charlotte team comes off of a loss to Brooklyn last night. I'm gonna lean Celtics here. I don't absolutely love this spot, if I'm being completely honest, but I can't bet against the Celtics. I'm completely biased towards the Celtics. I tell you that in every single video, but I'm going to lean Celtics -7.5. And guys, we go through each and every game here on this channel. I give you my lean, I give you what I'm thinking, but my final plays will be in the pinned comment. That is what I'm actually going to be rolling with tonight. So make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment, and if I add any player props, that's the benefit of joining the Discord link there. If you join the Discord, the player props that I add, I will have my explanation within the Discord chat and everything, so you guys aren't just, blindly following if you want to ride with some of my picks. So make sure to keep an eye on the pinned comment. That is where my final plays will be, but I'm going to lean Celtics in this one. Next up, we have the Pistons hosting the Bulls. Pistons getting 6 points here on the road, and this Pistons team, as we know, we got to think of some sort of a nickname for them, because this Pistons team is starting to cover. They really are. And honestly, I don't even know if I can say they're starting to cover. They're starting to win games, which is pretty crazy, because they are still, in my opinion, just not a good team. But they're 7-2-1 against the spread in their last 10. I just would say this. Chicago coming off a tough loss to Philly. They didn't have Vucevic. He's questionable tonight. I'll keep an eye on that. But I do think Chicago is in a rut right now, and Detroit is hitting a hot streak, so I just kind of feel like Chicago probably jumps out of their rut here. Like, if you look at the teams that Chicago's lost to, Atlanta, Memphis, Miami, Atlanta, Milwaukee, Philly, it's not like they're in this sort of losing to bad teams territory. So I'm going to lean Chicago here. I think it's crazy. I think I might be the psycho, which is so funny, because at the beginning of the year, or even just a few weeks ago, if I was like, I'm picking Chicago over the Pistons, everyone would be like, yeah, duh. But right now, the Pistons are playing such good basketball. But I'm going to lean Chicago here, -6, especially if Vucevic plays. And it pains me to do it because I love the underdog story of the Pistons just covering here. Someone is waving to me outside of the car there, and I don't want to make eye contact with them, and I just did. Yeah, it's 2 eye contacts in one video. Move along. No. Oh boy. You don't get that when we're in the studio, huh? All right, here we go. We got Miami 8.5-point favorites over Phoenix here. Phoenix still going to be without Chris Paul and Devin Booker. Actually, Devin Booker upgraded to probable. So that is on me. So Devin Booker upgraded to probable, which changes things for me when I was looking at this earlier. So Miami 8.5 points. I don't love that number. That is pretty high. I think this is probably going to end up being a stay away game for me because that was kind of a wrench thrown into my research. I had done my numbers and research on this. If I'm being completely honest, you guys know I don't BS you, assuming Booker was out, but that's been updated now that he's upgraded to probable. So I'm probably going to stick away from this game because that number still is the same as when I looked at it earlier, but now we have the factor of Booker. And I don't know if Devin Booker, I think Chris Paul really means a lot to that team. Phoenix on a back-to-back. Honestly, if I had a gun to my head for a lean, I would lean Miami, but this is going to be one where it's going to be tough to get it in the final plays for me just because of that new information. So that one's on me, but luckily we have a million games tonight, so I guess it's just, a blip on the radar. All right, Bucks 5-point favorites over the Hawks, and I really do like this game, guys. I think that this Hawks team playing good basketball, obviously 2 out of 3, 3 out of 5 in their last 3, but this Bucks team's finally starting to play some good basketball, and I shouldn't say finally. I'm not giving them enough credit, but they went through a stretch of being fairly inconsistent, I want to say 2-3 weeks ago, and the fact that we can get them at home, where we know the Hawks have been the Atlanta Pigeons on the road this year, we can get the Bucks at home -5 here. I'm all over that, so I'm leaning Bucks here -5. Pretty easy one for me. That's got a strong chance to be a final play. All right, Rockets 4-point dogs against the Lakers here. Rockets are at home. Lakers 1-5 in their last 6 games. LeBron James is questionable. Monk is probable. Horton Tucker is probable. For Houston, we have Dennis Schroeder questionable, Christian Wood questionable, Garrison Matthews questionable, Tate questionable. Meaning if LeBron plays, I'm leaning LA all the way. I mean, you cannot have LeBron on your team, or can you? I don't know, but you can't have LeBron on your team in my mind and be this bad for this long. So I'm leaning Lakers here. I think that this Rockets team, especially no Christian Wood if he doesn't play and everything like that. So this is going to come down to LeBron for me, and that's why it's great to be in the Discord, guys. I'm going to keep plugging that Discord because it is awesome. We were getting up-to-the-minute updates on that LeBron the other night, and everyone was kind of in the community making sure. So make sure to join that Discord. The link will be in the pinned comment right above the picks. All right, Timberwolves 14.5-point favorites over the OKC Thunder, and I think we're rolling with the rumbling covering Thunder. I have so dumbly bet the Thunder so dumbly many times this season, and for whatever reason, the Thunder seem to cover for me. So we're going to be leaning Thunder here for no other reason other than loyalty. That's where you guys roast me in the comments being like, that's stupid, Ev, and I go, yeah, it is. But we're going to be leaning Thunder. That is a huge amount of points. We might even buy a 1.5, kill the odds, but get it up to 16. I love it. I don't know why I love it, but we're going to be leaning Thunder here. Plus 14.5 points. That is just such a big number. Yeah, I'm a dummy. Get mad at me for it in the comments. New Orleans, 8.5-point favorites over the Magic. This Pelicans team losing last night to Memphis. We were on the right side of that one. Brandon Ingram's questionable. He didn't play last night, so I don't knock that as a true loss, I guess I could say. But if Ingram goes tonight, I think I'm going to lean Pelicans. I think that has a chance to be a final play as well. So it's all coming down to Ingram. So I'll keep an eye on that injury report. If he's a go, he had a hamstring, and he's been playing really good basketball. If he's a go and the hamstring's good to go, we're going to be leaning Pelicans. All right, Dallas taking on the Knicks. Dallas 8-point favorites over the Knicks. I think that's a fair number. Shout out to someone in the comments, Young in the comments a couple nights ago, talking about the Knicks and kind of giving them credit for how good they've been, where I wasn't giving them credit. I don't watch every Knicks game, as I would never BS you guys and tell you that I do. And the Knicks, I guess, have been hanging with teams, but this Dallas team is red hot. So I might be underrating the Knicks again. I do still think the Knicks stink. I'm going to be leaning Dallas here, -8. The only reason this might not be a final play is because I think that number may be a little too high. I'd love that to be around 6, and it's 8 right now. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on this game. It might have a chance to be a final play, but it doesn't have the strongest chance. But I'm leaning Dallas -8 there. Spurs 1.5 point underdogs at home against the Raptors here. This Spurs team against the spread in their last 10, 5-4-1. 4 injuries here. Lonnie Walker upgraded to probable. Langford is out. Bates Diop downgraded to doubtful. Van Vliet is upgraded to probable. Anunoby still out for Toronto. This Spurs team beat LA a couple nights ago. Toronto in a losing rut here. Detroit, Orlando, Cleveland. 2 bad teams that they lose to. I'm going to lean San Antonio here. I don't love this game. This is pretty close to a Psycho game alert, so you guys know how that works. If you guys have a play on this game, let me know in the chat with Psycho, and let me know what you guys are playing. I don't have a strong opinion on this game. If you were telling me that you're Raptors -1.5, I would not try and talk you off of it. I'm just leaning home team here. All right, Kings hosting the Nuggets. Nuggets 4.5 point favorites on the road here, and I do really like this number for them. I think that this is just a fair number. I'm going to lean Denver here. I know that they just beat Golden State. They've beat New Orleans, and those are kind of 2 big wins for them. Not big wins, I shouldn't say that, but 2 good wins for them. Sacramento coming off 2 losses, Dallas, New York. I'm going to lean Denver here. I think they're the better team. I think that because they're on the road, we are getting a pretty good number at 4.5. All right, Utah taking on the Blazers. Utah 17.5 point favorites, and you got to fade the Blazers at this point, but that number is way too high for me to even consider. To think that you have to pretty much win a basketball game by 20 points to cover is absolutely asinine, so this is a stay away game for me. I'm going to lean Utah if I have to give you guys a lean, but that's a crazy play if you ask me. All right, last game of the night. Before we get to that, guys, hit that subscribe button, like the video, stay tuned till just after this pick for the hashtag of the day, and I'll remind you guys you can use hashtag ride of the day if you guys want to give me a player prop that I might jump on board with. And we had some people in Discord last night jumping on Gorilla's ride of the day too, so I love seeing that. I want the ride of the day become something more than I'm just riding with. I want us all to ride, because as you know, if you're smart, you will fade me, but if you're a genius, you ride. But let's get into this, guys. The Clippers 4.5 point favorites over the Wizards here. Clippers are at home. In their last 10, this Clippers team's actually playing good basketball. 7-3 against the spread in their last 10. Whereas Washington, obviously not the same type of success, but still playing decent basketball. They are 5-3-2 against the spread. I think that number seems fairly fair. Clippers coming off 2 losses, 1 last night. I think we go underdog Washington. I don't love the pick if I'm being completely honest, but Clippers on a back-to-back, a loss last night, fairly bad loss, I guess, against Golden State. I'm going to lean Washington. Again, it's not the most confident lean. You can probably tell by my face and my squinty eye when I say it, but I'm going to lean Washington in this one. But guys, that's going to wrap it up. And let's get into the hashtag of the day. Hashtag of the day today is, let's think of one, hashtag fire, because yesterday, the last couple nights, we've had positive nights, guys. Last night was a really good night. The ride of the day hit, Gorilla's on fire, and everything's looking up. A good video yesterday and everything like that. Feeling good about the channel. I hope you guys do appreciate it. Make sure to join the Discord, hit that subscribe button, like the video, and use hashtag fire in the comments. Hashtag fire. Give me your rundown of your plays, and if you guys have a winning night, a positive night, you guys have a chance to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, just like Felipe was today. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.